Hi everybody, it's Gardener Julia, and I have another story for all of you today. This story is called The Snowflake, and it is a story about the water cycle. It is written by Waldman. This story is all about the life of a snowflake, where it goes and how it changes. January. On a moonless night, a tiny snowflake fell from a great gray cloud. It floated slowly downward with thousands of other flakes coming to rest on the jagged peak of a mountain. February. A wind whistled over that mountain, carrying the snowflake back up into the air. The snowflake twisted and spun, swirling into a pond on the mountainside. The snowflake melted into a droplet. But as the days grew colder, the pond froze. Now our snowflake is no longer a snowflake, but it is a little drop of water, and it's frozen in a pond. March. As the sun grew warmer, the ice began to melt. The snowflake became a droplet of water once again. It fell through a crack in the rocky pond bottom and trickled down into the ground. Downward it sank into the blackness within the mountain, along with millions of other droplets. It splashed into an underground stream that flowed deep into the earth. April. After a long journey, the stream turned upward, bubbling through the ground in an icy spring. Sparkling in the sunlight, the droplet rushed into a brook. It danced around some stones, spilled over a waterfall, and surged into a raging river. The droplet flowed past villages and cities, under a great gray bridge where cars and buses carried people to and fro. So now our snowflake has gone from the tip top of a mountain as a snowflake and has run, and it is in a river. Ooh, a shiny metal pump sucked the droplet through a maze of zigzagging pipes into the irrigation system of a nearby farm. It spun through a long rubber hose, swished into the spinning sprinkler, and squirted up into the air. The droplet flew into a great arc, landing at last on a leaf of a cabbage plant. June. In the chill morning, a heavy blanket of fog rolled in over the farm. The droplet slowly evaporated and floated up into the thick grayness. But soon the rising sun began to bake the air as the fog rose high into the sky and became a cloud. Now our water droplet has evaporated into the air. July. The cloud joined a mass of darkening storm clouds. Lightning flashed, thunder rumbled, and a torrent of raindrops dived towards the earth. The droplet rocketed downward and splashed into the clear waters of a reservoir. It was sucked through a series of filters that removed all of the dirt particles until only pure water remained. So our friend, the snowflake, now water droplet, fell from some clouds. August. The droplet swished through a long metal pipe. It was pumped into a smaller pipe and then into an even smaller pipe, where suddenly it stopped and started and stopped and started again in a herky-jerky motion. Where is our water droplet now? It's running through some pipes. September. In her bathroom, a young girl twisted a faucet, and the droplet poured out into the bathroom sink. The girl dipped her hands into the water and lifted the droplet onto her cheeks. A second later, it was falling, splashing, swishing, spinning through the drain into another dark pipe. Now our water droplet has visited a friend. October, after a long, dark journey, the droplet poured out into the ocean. It flowed past fields of waving seagrasses, over corals of many colors, and into the mouth of a great striped fish. Passing through the fish's body, the droplet returned to the sea. So, you know how they say all pipes lead to the ocean? Well, our water droplet made it to the ocean and it went through a fish. Rising up to the ocean surface, the droplet was pulled steadily towards the shore. On the crest of a mighty wave, it bubbled into foam, crashing onto the sandy beach of a tropical island. And now we're at the end of the year. Let's see what happens to our water droplet. December. In the sunlight of a winter's morning, the droplet evaporated. It rose into the air, entering a great gray cloud. A whistling wind pushed the cloud across the sea, past cities and towns, beyond an icy spring and over a raging river. It drifted past a waterfall and a frozen pond. On a moonless night, a tiny snowflake fell from the cloud. It floated slowly downward with the thousands of other flakes coming to rest on the jagged peak of a mountain. The end. Thank you for joining me and finding out about the life of our snowflake. You never know where the water coming out of your faucet has been. I will see you all next time.